get unstuck.
Get unstuck.
Get unstuck.
So
this is a great, if you like Star Wars or any of the Serenity or any of those type of movies / films / TV series. Okay, well, pause. We'll pause that. Welcome to TechnoFile, presented by AITS and MSC TV. Tremaine T-Rex Island, and this is Michael
The Rock Viox.
Okay, we're not going to say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you called yourself The Rock the last time. I wanted to be The Rock.
Okay, we're going to put a hat of names there.
Just
put a hat.
Just pick one out every day. Okay, so we got T-Rex, The Rock. Okay, so
Enchanted Bunny.
We got to start thinking about next.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. All right. We got a couple of interesting articles today, as we usually have. The first one up is actually Facebook and employers requesting your actual Facebook information prior to even being hired. I mean, let's face it, a lot of employers nowadays have actually do that anyway without your knowledge. They look up your name on Facebook, and they can see your Mardi Gras picture. Woo! Yeah, they're dependable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, happened to me one time. Not one time, but
just one time.
2 times.
Okay.
2 times.
Say the truth is coming out. That's what we're here for. We're trying to get the truth.
Well, the thing is, Facebook it's become so integrated into our society now. It's if you don't have a Facebook, it's almost like you're alien. Who are you? And I
am alien.
I know.
You didn't know that?
Actually, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Well, now you do. I believe purple.
Knowledge. But the thing is, I have friends that said that I'm done with my Facebook account, and as much as I feel like, hey, that's cool, you can away from all the social aspect, you keep your life private, because now we love to post every single thing about our lives, every minute detail. It's ridiculous.
King of Foursquare.
Yeah, but it's become this. We kind of need that social. Those social networks now to help in the job market and just connecting. So it's almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, see, I just think it's kind of funny. You're sitting there trying to develop this LinkedIn account where everything on LinkedIn is professional. You're trying to put your resume out there, trying to look for employers, trying to network with future employers. And now here you are, Facebook, where it's supposed to be kind of casual and laid back. Your employer is coming in and going, what's he been doing? People have been fired over Facebook.
Yes, they have.
Teachers have been, let go because, this kid's an idiot,
A lot of them are.
Oh.
They can't fire me, I'm not a teacher. This is just a general statement.
Well, I'm one of them students, okay?
I saw the statistics. They generally are. So, I don't even know who Marty McFly is. Who? Exactly. You're absolutely right. LinkedIn is that professional environment. If employers do want that social internet medium for their prospective employees, there you go. That's where the professional part is. But unfortunately, Facebook is that number one.
Okay. Well, my wife, she every now and then she'll watch that. Who wants to be some supermodel, or the models that they were trying to interview and stuff like that. They were actually showing it that they were looking at their Facebook, and they were getting on to the models. Like, look, you're a public figure now. Anything public that you put out there, you have to make checks and balances and make sure you don't put weekend at Mardi Gras or you don't put that stuff.
Of course, if it's on the internet, it's anywhere on the internet, it's going to be found. So, that's the thing. If we're going to try to be professional, you kind of want to keep that off the internet. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Hey, remember those things we didn't have? Yeah. So, yeah.
And I don't care if you delete it, it can still be found.
Exactly. All right, moving on to our next story. Michael, let's take this one away.
Oh, okay. If you had every excuse in the book of why you were late, well, this app will basically throw that out the window. Talking about Flock There app. It's a free application, but what you do is you set up meetings. Like me and you set up a meeting for here. Okay. Well, it actually uses GPS to find you, find out what you're doing, and then the other person who's waiting on you can actually look at and say, okay, well, hey, where you at? Oh, I'm 15 minutes out. They look at their little application and boom. No.
So essentially, you're
I'm sorry,
low-jacking yourself?
Yeah, you're basically low-jacking yourself.
That could never go wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I would love to
Yes.
have something like this because there is a lot of times I'm sitting there waiting on people.
Yes.
Where are they? And this will actually give you that information to the T because it uses your GPS on your phone. From what I can understand, it can actually use your GPS for your car.
Okay. Well, it makes sense, if you have it on. Okay. Yeah.
But wow, this is pretty awesome.
I see a lot of marriages getting broken up right now. I see a lot of deadbeat dads never be able to go out for ice cream again. Out for ice cream.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get the Sunday paper and show up on next Sunday. Yeah.
So it's just an app you just keep activated like any normal
from what
GPS application.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I haven't used it, but I'm actually thinking about trying. If nothing else, it'd just be fun to do.
I mean, it's interesting.
If I do get caught, then it's going out the window.
It's interesting, but I think a lot of people like their privacy. They don't want everybody to know where you are at the minute. I mean, we'll see where it is, but I know a lot of folks they use different. Like for me, I like to have one source. If I'm gonna have a meeting set up, I like to have one source set up. Like if it's a Facebook event, just have it there, or a Google Calendar thing like that. But we're starting to get into a lot of things. But we'll see how it is.
I know this could be something like that. That Facebook meeting.
Yeah. It's just like the whole low jacking thing. I just don't like about it. I got places I need to be. Don't want no supposed to know I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes. Yeah, no you're not.
Yeah. We'll definitely keep eyes out on it. If you ever get a chance to test it out, give us your review, and we'll see how it is.
If I can ever keep my battery charged, yeah.
Yes.
I'll try that.
Kind of need that. But okay, look forward to being low jacked, everyone. That is our future. All right, so moving on to our next segment out of this randomness. the Pirate Bay. It's like the freaking crow. It keeps coming back from the dead. The government has tried to kill it time and time again, but it continues to live on. And now the Pirate Bay is actually looking to have low orbit satellites to feed their torrents out to users. So I'm guessing. They say the bandwidth connection is about 100 megs up, which is surprisingly good. So they're beta testing this right now. So you can have a Pirate Bay satellite in your backyard, downloading Watchmen or Catwoman, because that was awesome. Yeah, I'm waiting on that sequel, Halle Berry.
Can you help me out
in my phone calls?
Can you help me out and kind of explain what Pirate Bay is?
You've
never used
I
it.
know a friend who has done torrenting. Are you familiar with torrenting? The word?
I do. Where you can peer-to-peer. Okay, so peer-to-peer media or something like that.
Pirate Bay is essentially the best of the best. It's the A-Rod, or I don't know. I don't watch sports. I don't know who's
A-Rod?
Tebow? No.
Oh!
Too soon? Drum roll. But no, it's like one of the best torrent sites out there. They have these great servers. The connections are super fast. Their list of torrents, they have such a huge back catalog. Even when they were taken down, they had a list of all the torrents on the site, and you can download that in a zip file.
Cool.
And it's still linked to the original sources. So I mean, it's.
But if the FBI contacts or gets a hold of your computer, you're screwed in. Is that right? Is that still the whole thing? It's not getting any more legal. It's just finding other ways to get around it.
No, because that's where the whole SOPA thing came in. The idea is that it's mostly what the illegal part is the distribution. Like if you were to download something off the internet, then you give it out to all your friends. Essentially, that's where the illegal part comes in. So that's where we kind of are now. We're in this gray area. That's why sites like MediaFire, Hotfile, those things have been taken down.
LimeWire.
Wow, people still use LimeWire.
Come on, I mean, look, that's obviously
what? Napsters.
Oh wow, really?
I kid.
I think all of my music has come from LimeWire, so
I haven't used it. So
I know
a friend who does torrenting that does that. So anyway, I'm saying too much now. This is like we're just gonna
keep digging, man.
We're just gonna blur our faces and change our voices just a little bit. My name is John Stamos, and this is T-Rex. Michael O'Hara, you are a horrible person.
But yeah, so that's so we'll see where this goes with the whole low orbit satellite. It sounds interesting. The future of torrents may be changing as we know it. Even more accessibility. Moving on to our next article for you Xbox-O-Nights.
Xbox-O-Nights.
That's gonna be a thing. We're starting it right now. Dropping it like it's hot. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
told I was a naked night the other day, and drop it like it's hot. Really? You complain to me about being back in 2011 still, and you drop.
I'm kind of bringing it back. It's on that rotation. Yes, for everyone that's looking forward to the next Xbox 720 or whatever ridiculous name they'll give it at this point in time, because they're so uncreative. Rumors right now are saying that it may not have a disc tray. So, compatibility for your previous Xbox games, obviously, not going to happen.
What are you going to get, a flash drive?
My theory is that Microsoft is going to release, if they do it without a disc, DVD drive or CD tray, my idea is if they're going to do backwards compatibility is twofold. One, I think almost every game on the Xbox now, the majority of them you can already download, so realistically you'll probably re-download your library for a fee. If you have the original case, they may do something with the code. Second, they'll probably release a DVD, game expansion, almost like the HDVD drive. If you remember HD DVD, that lasted a while. Right?
Yeah, that was a minute.
Oh,
yeah,
crazy kids and their ideas. Top Blu-ray.
What is that? That's like 8-track.
Yeah. So that's where we are. We're at the stage where backwards compatibility may not be built in with the next Xbox. No idea if they're going to pull the same marketplace over, or because I know folks they're interested in their avatars and their Xbox points and all that.
Okay, but what about the people that don't have internet?
What do you mean?
That doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No.
Everybody has internet.
I had to move.
The Mayans had internet.
Yeah. I had to move 45 minutes away just so I could get internet. I mean, that's like, really?
That's perseverance, man. Everybody should do that. Move 45 minutes away, just in any general direction. They'll be
any direction except for where I was at. So if you live in Fort Valley, I'm sorry.
There'll probably be some option, but I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
What is it called? Digital emergence? Is that
digital emergence? Convergence?
Convergence.
Yes.
Digital convergence, where everything is interconnected.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually pretty.
So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they're not ridiculous to think that digital is the only way to go with the next. Like as you said, there are a lot of folks that don't. There's still a lot of folks now that don't have high-speed internet connections. Because I remember when the PS3 and the original Xbox went broadband only, there were some people that were cut off. You know, not that we were playing high speed on dial-up, but still.
Well, it's kind of funny though. My mother called me the other day, and she was so excited. She's getting dial-up. I was like, "What? Really?"
That's right. Well,
wow.
Well, she has to check like her email.
Dude, it's like 2012.
I don't know. Boom.
Ain't it? Carry the one.
It is 2012. Yeah. Carry the decade.
2K12. Yeah. How would you word that?
All right. So we have yeah. So there you go. Next Xbox, we'll see what's happening. It will not be released this year. Neither will the PS4 be released this year either. But we will be having the Wii U demonstration, I believe, at E3. They're gonna have the new the whole controller thing.
We're getting tickets, right?
Yeah. Yeah, make that happen. You know, reserve us a spot.
E3.
Yeah, E3. You know, yeah. And we'll talk to Hideo Kojima. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid fans, you know what I'm talking about. Can we get like a Solid Snake little red alert thing right there? Exactly. But yeah, E3 should it should be interesting for those that are interested in the Wii U, because the controller it's pretty cool. It's essentially like a tablet, but you can change the game screen will appear on the tablet as well as on your video screen. So there's some elements like a map that'll appear down here in your inventory. While you're still playing the game on the screen, so
it's like a
the controller is a tablet essentially.
It's like a DS, but yet for a Wii. It's like a handheld Wii.
Kind of, yeah, and it's the same size as a tablet. So,
really?
So we'll see. And it's going to be able to play full-fledged games on it as well. So
why don't they just make an app for it? I mean, make an app.
Make an app. Just make an app. Sell it to them.
Yeah.
Make an app.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Babushka.
And then anybody can have the Wii.
Yes, anybody can have the Wii. So we'll see. We'll see with that.
Hold your pee for a week.
Yes. Also, in our video game news, since we're still here, actually,
We're
fans.
still here?
Yeah, we are still here. Yeah, the apocalypse has not happened yet.
One.
I'll know it's not gonna happen until after we get our hoverboards, because I saw Back to the Future.
Gotta have hoverboards.
Yeah. 2 Back to the Future references in one show. We on fire, sir. Boo. Yeah, fans of The Walking Dead. Not only it's moving into a medium now. It originally started off as a comic book series, written by Robert Kirkman, excellent writer. Then went to the TV show. That was awesome during the first season. Second season.
Sex scenes.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, you're just gonna. Yeah, I was trying to just flow
Yeah,
through that. You're just gonna call me out. This guy. None of those yet. But yeah, now it's moving into a new medium. Video games, actually.
Oh, I seen that. There's Facebook. There's a Facebook video game.
Not that one.
Not that one.
No, this is actually gonna be
another one
on consoles. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they've done like Facebook things.
Yeah.
But this is actually a console game, and it's supposed to capture the atmosphere that the comic books have. A little more intensity. Don't think Dead Island or Left 4 Dead. It's going to be in the third person view. It's cell shaded, and even though you're going to have a lot of zombies, you're not going to constantly have weapons. You know, you're trying to survive. If you played the original Resident Evil, you know what I'm talking about. You're running low on ammo and things of that nature, instead of being the latest incarnations of that series where you're just Rambo. Like, there's a zombie, boom, in your face, I'm good.
So is it going to be like
one.
First-person shooter, you're behind the gun, or are you actually looking at the person with the gun? And just
once again, third person. Three person.
So there's 3 people involved?
No, there's this guy. Yes, third person camera perspective, which I think, I always like that in these type of games. It gives you a little more view of the field. I like looking at the character, you know. So
the character at the back of their head.
Exactly.
Try and lose.
But yeah, it's gonna be cell shaded, so it's it feels like a comic book and it looks like a comic book. And like I said, if you've read the comic book, you know the anxiety that the characters go through, and that overwhelming sense of dread and just pure survival. And hopefully this game is going to capture it. It seems like it already does. They've released 2 trailers for it. One is just it's a view of a house, and you hear a recording of a spouse as the outbreak actually begins. And it's just that whole atmosphere that they set up is actually pretty cool. And the second one they actually released with actual gameplay footage. And it's not going to involve the cast of the TV series or the book. You will run into a couple of those characters, like Glenn. You're going to run into him in the first episode. Yes, they're releasing it in episode format, which I think is awesome. If you played Alan Wake, you know what I'm talking about. That's actually pretty good. So the first episode releases next month, I believe. It's going to be on, I think it's going to be digital. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole thing is going to be digital. Whether or not they're going to do a disc format later, to be determined. But it's going to be on the PlayStation Network as well as Xbox Live. So look for that to drop and be scared.
Our next webisode, we will have a guest speaker.
Yes. We're going to have our guest speaker, Dr. Shane Trayer. She is a history and world lit professor here at Macon State College, and she's awesome. She's an expert. I concur. An expert in everything apocalypse, including the zombie apocalypse. She's spoken at a number of conferences here in the U.S. as well as in London. So yes, our next episode, which we're shooting on Thursday, we're going to have a roundtable discussion about the last 2 episodes of The Walking Dead for this season, and we're going to give our highly detailed analysis and our thoughts.
Yes, our analytical speaking. Yeah.
Exactly what he said. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. I hope you guys were entertained once again by our episode. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Twitter, AOL. Like, people are still using that.
Oh man, we were just talking about AOL. I can't.
We were.
It's like Time Warner.
It's
at one time, the CEO of Time Warner was talking actually about changing AOL to Time Warner.
I'm
like, what? Really?
Nah, I think all the instant messaging thing is kind of